What is going on, everybody? Philip here from the Figure Bros, bringing you guys another review. Today we're taking a look at the Super Saiyan God Gogeta from SH Figuarts, a figure that I'm very excited to look at because it is an older figure. But a couple of things. Number one, I got this figure for a hell of a good deal. I actually ended up paying $55 for this figure, which I think in today's market is a really good price for an SH Figuarts. And number two, we are seeing more and more third-party companies like the likes of Tonson Arts, like the likes of Demoniacal Fit, like Black Hole Toys, and they are making Gogetas, I think, end of this year. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how the SH Figuarts stacks up against the other competition of the likes of Tonson Arts, Demoniacal Fit. So we're definitely gonna take a look at this figure and see how it stacks up, and hopefully by the end of this year we get more Gogetas, because I'm really not impressed lately with the pricing and also to what's coming out of SH Figuarts. I think they're actually getting worse, while I think third-party companies are getting better. So let's see how this one stacks up. But before we do that, before we get them out of the box, please hit the like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys never miss when Jared or I drop a video. With that being said, let's go ahead, get them out of the packaging, and take a look at Articulation first. All right, we got Gogeta out of the box like we always do. Let's go ahead and take a look at Articulation first. Let's go ahead and move that camera up. Starting off with the head, it can look down about that much. It can look up about that much. Really not a whole lot kind of going on here. It does feel like it's a double ball peg, so there's a ball peg like in the neck and in the head right there. So pretty standard for an SH Figuarts. Shoulders, it can move up about that much. Not a whole lot going on for the shoulders right there, because as you can see, these pieces kind of just stop them. Really not good. I don't like these floating pieces. I'll talk a little bit about that in the look and design part and the aesthetics. We do get a nice little butterfly joint, which moves pretty well right there, so you guys can see pretty standard there. Double jointed bicep cut and double jointed elbows, which only move about 90 degrees. Again, articulation on this feels like it's really like outdated for an SH Figuarts figure. Ab crunch, pretty good. Can crunch about that much, not bad there. It can go back about, let's say about that much, so you get a little bit. Legs, we got the full set of splits that we can do, so pretty good there. You know, again, articulation right here, kick out about that much, really good. It can go back about that much. Double jointed knees, we got some gapping, but again, because it's all white with the pants, it actually looks, you know, not too bad. Ankle rocker, can kick in about that, move up, toe hinge. Again, it's all your standard stuff from SH Figuarts, except for these shoulders though. So that's kind of what I talk about, right? It's pretty much a standard articulation, except for those shoulder joints. So let's kind of talk about this. This is like a design flaw that I'm like kind of shocked that SH Figuarts would actually do, because it's not like we don't have characters that have like either armor pieces or other like with their half sleeves on them. They didn't need to do this. You guys can see they're actually like pegged in his actual arm right there in the back. And they are not good at all, by the way. They can float around like this. So it looks really, really ugly. They should have just incorporated it right here and just allowed the articulation to just be hindered at that moment. If they would have just done that, it would have made it look so much better, because they actually get in the way. They fall around. They're very, very loose. Like, you can do like all kinds of wonky stuff with it. It's not going to look good at all. As I was getting them out of the box, I was kind of messing around with it like I always do before I start recording. Kind of just like mess around with it, get a good feel for the figure and stuff like that. And this figure is just not feeling good around that shoulder area. I don't know why they did this. A little bit of a design flaw. Again, they should have just incorporated it in right there on the shoulder right there. That's all they had to do. And they didn't have to make them so big either. Then they look like freaking giant clouds of shoulder. Like, he looks like he's wearing clouds on his shoulders, like shoulder pads for clouds. That's what it kind of looks like. They should have thinned this out a little bit and just put a line of it right there. Make it thinner, put it on the actual shoulder on the butterfly joint, but not putting it on the back of his arm as a peg, which is really, really stupid. It's a massive design flaw. And this is a newer-ish figure too, so very, very disappointed there. As far as the aesthetics and the rest of it goes, it's your typical SH. You know, the paint's okay. Could always be a little bit better. One thing I do want to point out, I got some other examples I want to show you. This right here, this is Tonson Arts. Look how nice the definition on the muscles are compared to this Gogeta. This is Trunks, this is Gogeta. This is from Tonson Arts, this is SH Figuarts. SH Figuarts needs to catch up and do better definition on their muscles, and they do need to increase the mass on their muscles. They need better just outlining on their bodies just in general too. And you can just see like Tonson Arts definitely takes better care. I think Tonson Arts has some of the best sculpts for DBZ figures out there on the market, bar nobody. And again, anybody who disagrees with that, please sound off in the comment section if you agree or disagree with that. But just to go a little step further, here is a Marvel Legends and here is an SH Figuarts. Even Marvel Legends, Spider-Man has a little more muscle mass than a freaking Super Saiyan God or a Super Saiyan Gogeta or just a regular Gogeta who's fused with freaking Goku and Vegeta himself. I mean, come on. I think they need to do an update on their bodies. I think the muscle mass needs to be a little bit better. You see everybody else kind of try and do that, like a lot of the other third-party companies like Black Hole Toys, Tonson Arts, like we just mentioned. Again, like I said, I'm just going to bring it back into the camera because, again, look at that. Look at the chest. Look at the arms. Everything. It's just way better. Tonson Arts does a way better job with their sculpts than like an SH Figuarts. It's just my opinion. But, again, sound off in the comment section. For accessories, we actually get a couple of decent accessories. So we do get... Hey, come on, stay still. There we go. So we do get, of course, an entirely alternative head here with the Super Saiyan Blue hair all over it. We do get 2 face plates for Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, which is pretty good there. And then we also get another one with him just, just grinning. I would have liked one more open face of just regular hair that's gone with it, but that's okay too. For hands, we get your typical standard hands that SH Figuarts come with. We get a pair of these hands, a pair of these hands for like the Kamehameha wave, and then of course a pair of open palm hands as well too. So pretty good there. That's pretty much all you get for accessories. Again, I think every SH Figuarts should come with a blast effect. The fact that they don't do that is always a massive disappointment and a massive failure on their part. Every figure should come with a blast effect, and it should not charge us way more than what we're being charged. Like they're charging us for like Krillin or something, you know? That's an absolute ripoff. For final score for this Gogeta, man, I'm going to give him a 6 out of a 10, honestly. You know what? A 5.5 out of 10. This is barely a passable figure, and if it wasn't for the fact that I paid $55 for this figure, I'm pretty sure I paid $55 for this. If it wasn't for that fact, this would be an absolute abomination. I'm glad I did not pay, like full or inflated MSRP, because I believe right now this figure now costs about $65-70, because that's pretty much what all the going price if it's not like, in a Walmart or something like that. Just a really, really, really bad figure, and one that I'm not too happy about, because this is supposedly a new-ish figure. And to see like this is kind of like going backwards. I think SH Figuarts in general has gone backwards, while third-party companies like Tonson, Black Hole, and Demoniacal Fit are actually pushing the bar forward and making better DBZ figures. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with that. That's going to do it for me. If you made it this far, I appreciate it if you hit the like button. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.